Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
Hello, everyone. This is Roger Chen from University of San Francisco Center for Business Studies and Innovation in Asia Pacific. First, Joan, we want to thank you for supporting and joining our interview program. Would you please briefly introduce yourself?
Sure, Roger. Thank you for inviting me. It's good to be here. So my name is June Yang. A little bit about myself. Most recently, I was at Google Cloud for the past 5 years. And first, I was responsible for the compute infrastructure, AI infrastructure, and block storage business at Google Cloud, which is the largest business unit within Google Cloud, with multiple billions of dollars of revenue annual basis. The second part of Google Cloud, I was asked to take over the AI business. So I was responsible for the whole portfolio of AI products coming out of Google Cloud, as well as industry solutions that's applying AI and other advanced technology to various specific industry sectors as well. Prior to that, I was at VMware for almost 10 years and did a variety of roles and responsibility over there. I was responsible for vSphere business, which is a flagship business for VMware for a number of years. And I also had the opportunity to do in-house startup, and that's jointly sponsored by both VMware and Dell and so forth. And so it's been great to kind of running and scaling different business inside these corporations. And currently, I'm on the board of several corporations, both public and private. So I think certainly being able to innovate and scale businesses are really, some of the key discussions we have at the boardroom as well.
Mistakes and solutions in using new products for growth.
Do you think we miss any other kind of issues or lessons of rely on product development to help the company to grow, like using product innovation to grow the business? Do you think we miss anything important so far?
On the product development, I think I said this earlier, right? I think I tend to see people either invest too much on the Horizon 3 and not enough on the Horizon 3. I think both are actually pretty common cases. And I think, both are actually pretty damaging to the organization, right? I've seen cases where there's really, too many project Horizon 3 and then becomes very distracting. And then it's really sort of diverting your resources into a number of different things that's not really going to have the payoff that's needed. And also see cases where there's not enough investment into Horizon 3, then you really have a dry spell. And where, as the cash cow is declining, there's nothing new to sort of pick up. And then you have to think about these things, really, way in advance, right? Especially if you think about, I have $1 billion, a few $1 billion business. And then for your new products and so forth to grow from 0 to 100 million to 500 million, that takes years of effort, right? So you're really trying to project, okay, in 5 years, could I possibly become $1 billion business? And so those are the seeds you have to plant today, right? And I think, this is why a lot of times you see companies tend to do acquisition, and not acquisition and pure technology, but actually acquiring revenues and customers and so forth, because they actually do not have enough in the from the Horizon 3 that can graduate to Horizon 2 that can eventually become Horizon 1. So I think those things kind of happen quite a lot. So I think this is really at the company level, you got to really think about, okay, what's my Horizon 1, 2, 3? So.
By the way, actually, for making those kind of assessments, obviously we understand this kind of case by case, but do you have any kind of general indicator to tell you whether it's off the balance or, we need to kind of readjust? Do you have any kind of indicators that help company to make the assessment in a sense?
Yeah. So I think one is looking at from an allocation perspective, resource allocation. How much are you investing into Horizon 1, 2, and 3, right? I think that'll give you sort of rough idea how you're kind of investing these in these areas. I think another thing is looking at in your Horizon 3 bucket, how many things are kind of stuck in there for years and years and years.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So that's an indication of, look, you need to do some pruning at Horizon 3. And this is where you really need to act much more like a startup, thinking about how do I fail fast, fail early, right? And so this way, like, like if nothing is failing and everything is kind of hanging out there, that means you're probably not taking a hard enough look on this. Or if everything is kind of like, hey, we think it's potential, you're probably not taking a big enough risk and looking sort of far enough in the horizon. You're probably doing things that's much more incremental. That really should be really bucket of horizon 1 versus kind of a 3 kind of idea. And so I think the pruning, to get into a good discipline of pruning the horizon 3 stuff is important. And if you let these things fester for a long time, people get very vested in there, and it becomes harder and harder to kill.
Yeah.
And same thing, if you're too loose about horizon 3 stuff, it become horizon 2. It become actually a commercialized product, and then you sell them. 3 years down the line, you realize, hey, look, this is going to be a $10 million business. It doesn't make sense. I need to exit. And it's very difficult to exit because you have to deprecate the product. It takes years to deprecate the product, unwind, and so forth. And then that actually is a huge wasted effort, for the company level. So I think, those are kind of things that, that companies need to check from a portfolio health perspective to say, look at what's actually working, what's not working.
Thank you for watching.